It's time now for my next guest. She's Denmark's second most popular export after the beer, and she's one of the funniest women that I know. She's a best-selling author and award-winning broadcaster, and she's just published a new book. It's called The Chain of Curiosity. Will you please welcome the lady herself, the lovely Sandi Toksvig. Let's hear it. Oh, Sandi, the darling. Wasn't she brilliant? God, a phenomenon. Wasn't she a phenomenon, Sandi?
Honestly, thanks very much. Follow that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, lovely. I'm now going to do a few songs from the shows. That was a...
Go on, go on.
Do you know what? It's a bit of luck, though.
Why?
I very nearly wore the same outfit as...
I saw you tottering in those heels.
Yeah, it would have been very embarrassing.
But I didn't say anything, Sandi. I thought, no, I'll let her get on with this. How are you? You all right?
How's the jet lag going?
OK, I'm not here, actually.
No, fine,
So
OK.
this is a hologram you're looking at.
Isn't that the worst thing? You go on holiday and then you feel exhausted when you return.
I woke up at 6 o'clock this morning.
No, that's not healthy.
I've come in at 6 o'clock this morning, you know, before, but I've never actually woke up and gone, I'll do a line of washing. Bizarre, isn't it? Why do you look... You don't actually look sinister. You look like you're up to something on the cover of this.
I'm supposed to look curious, you see. It's supposed to be a curiosity, but it does look a bit spy-like, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little bit Maigret, don't you think?
I'd quite like to be a spy.
I'd love to be a spy.
Yeah, I can't keep a secret.
Well, nobody'd believe us, though, would they, if we
be
told them we
rubbish,
were spies?
We?
No, because you'd say, I'm a spy. They go, yeah, sure.
Yeah. It's like when you go through... I don't know if it's ever happened to you, but I went through Gatwick recently, and the security alarm thing went off, and the woman, how are you, Sandi? I said, I'm fine. She said, love the stuff you're doing on telly. I said, thank you very much. She said, can I just give you a body search? I said, what are the chances that I am secretly a terrorist? I would have thought nil. I would have thought nil. But anyway.
I think she probably just wanted a little
She enjoyed it, I think,
That's what it was, I won't tell you what happened to me at Miami. Oh, please. Banged up in the room and accused of being a Cuban immigrant.
No!
Of course, I look Cuban, don't I? It's the first thing you think of when you look at me. You go, Desi Arnaz, isn't it?
There wasn't a heel you were wearing by any chance.
I did have my boots on, thigh length with a 9-inch stiletto. Maybe it was that.
Yeah.
Look, this book is great for people who are into trivia, because you've got... I'll tell you something. I don't read Sunday papers because I can't get through them in time.
It's too long.
It takes me a year, you know. I mean, it's like this, isn't it? But when I have friends staying and they get the Sunday Telegraph, I always read your column. And I think, how does she do it? Because it's brevity, it's to the point, it's witty, it's funny. How do you do it?
Do you know what? They ask me to write just under 900 words a week, and I deliver, nobody else knows this, 898. And it gives me enormous pleasure.
To do them out of 2 words?
Yeah, just do them out of the 2 words. And I call it not editing, but filleting. I sit there and I fillet away all the different words. I love it. I find life endlessly fascinating, and it doesn't really matter where you are or what you're doing. There's always something that you go, but I didn't know that. That's extraordinary.
That's right, yeah.
So there's always something that comes up. I mean, did you know that sardines live for 14 years?
No.
See? Yeah. So, yeah. Just next time you meet a 15-year-old boy, you say, well done, you're older than a sardine.
Where'd you find that out? Sardines live for 14 years.
Do you know what worries me? Is I have so much rubbish in my head.
Can you remember trivia but not important things?
Yes, exactly. I mean, I can't remember where I've put my phone or what I've done with the car keys, but I can remember how many people had pullover-related accidents in 2002. 964, in case you were wondering.
How many was it?
960. Can you believe this? OK. There is the national accident thing. They write in and say how many people have had different... 964 people not only had pullover or cardigan-related accidents, they reported them.
Who to the police?
Well, at hospital. Would you not be too embarrassed to say?
I had trouble with my cardi this morning.
Yeah.
I woke up, it was throttling me in the bed.
That drove me mad.
But where'd you get all this trivia from? Where'd you find it from?
Do you know, I'm like a magpie, and I sort of pick it up as I go along. And now that I've started... I've been doing the column for about 6 years.
It's a great column, you know.
People write to me now and say, did you know? And quite often, I didn't know. Or I'll see something. I was driving... When you head north, you drive past the National Space Park.
Yeah.
And it says, there's a big sign that says British National Space Centre, and there's another sign underneath that says Park and Ride, and you thought, must be the only country in the world with a park and ride for the National Space Centre. And so then I'll look it up, and then I'm interested, or I'll get cross. I don't like high heels. I really dislike high heels. So
I don't like high heels.
No, so I think, who's the swine who invented them?
Yeah.
So I go and I find out, and then I write a column how cross I am with them.
Who did invent high heels?
It was a woman called Catherine de Medici.
She's one of my idols.
Well, no, darling, she was an Italian woman, and she was my height, challenged in the height department. And she was going to the French court, and she wanted to make a bit of a you know. So she invented high heels. And although it was 400 years ago, I'm very good with a grudge.
Yeah.